Hi to everybody out there. Um, my name is Eleanor Clark, and I usually don't put myself out there, but I had to come out of my comfort zone and talk about my situation. Well, we are a family of 10. My husband, myself, and our 8 kids God has blessed us with. For 6 years, we've been renting different houses, and we've been having such difficulty finding a place to raise our kids. 2022, we again have to move because the landlord has decided that he wanted to sell his house. Not because we are bad tenants, so we were not paying our rent, no. It's a business, so he decided to sell his house. So we're okay with that. We don't have a problem with him. He's actually an okay guy. But we have to move in 9 days. Actually, not 7 days. And we are yet to find a place. We have been searching since January for a place, and we haven't found one. Not because we haven't tried every way possible. We have even hired a realtor, thinking it would be easier for us this time around. But that didn't work. And we truly feel that we've been discriminated because you may think, oh, is she going to say her skin color? No. It's because of the amount of kids we have. And I know that because every landlord that we have spoken to, even the landlords that the realtor has spoken to, they have denied our offers and said that we have too many children, that they don't want all these children in their home. So, as I said before, we've been searching since January, and we've been getting no, no, no. That's very discouraging and disheartening to know that people will not even open up their hearts for a family who's just trying to put a roof over their head just because that family has 8 kids. God bless us with those kids. So, what do you want me to do about it? What do you want us to do about it? It's been so hard. It's the hardest thing so far we have to deal with. Okay? We have dealt with accidents before a 6-year-old, and we have survived that. He's not the typical 6-year-old, but God still had mercy on his life and is here with us. And we got stronger with that. And he's such a happy kid. But to know that now you're in a situation where you just want a roof over your head and your kids' head just to raise them up, just so that they could have somewhere safe and somewhere to call their home, even if it's not their home. And we have been getting such a hard time. We don't want your kids. Too many kids. Too many kids. Oh, you need a mansion. Why do we need a mansion? I was raised up sharing rooms with my brothers. People share rooms. So why do you think we need a mansion? My house is too small for you. No one has given us a chance. And if somebody even consider renting for us, If the price was 3,000, they will bring it up 500 more or 700 more. Just because, oh, you have 8 kids, so now it's going to be much higher. We don't have money. We can't afford that type of rent. And if you're paying that right type of rent, it's best you buy a home. But we're in a situation right now. If we had money, we would put down money to buy a house instead of having to deal with this discrimination all the time for 6 years. And it has gotten worse. We have no idea right now where we're going to live. We have 7 days and we are praying that God will open a door somewhere for us. But I didn't only come there because I don't believe God might open a door or will open a door. I just came here because it just feels so wrong that people will not give you an opportunity to rent your house just because you have a large family. There are other large families out there. So why are we not able to find someone willing to rent for us? We are not asking for a free ride. We pay our rent. We pay our rent on time. Sorry, that's my son. And I have 8 kids, so it's always loud in my house. Right? So it just has been so tough and trying for us. Like my daughter would say, Mommy, why is this happening to us again? Why do we just keep moving? Why? We rent a place thinking it's going to be long term, and then the landlord decides, no, I'm sorry, the land tax is too high, and then we're gonna sell. And that's okay. You decide to do whatever you want with your home. We don't have a problem if anybody deciding to sell their home. My concern and my problem is how people are treating us just because we have 8 kids. We have 7 days to go. We have tried different options. We have called the MP. They are no help. We've called the government. We never thought would have to reach that far, calling the government for help, but we had to. They are no help. They could only offer us help if we can pay first and last, but they can't offer us a house. That's what we need right now. We are dumbfounded. We don't know what to do. Then the next option is, okay, you're gonna have to go to a shelter. If you can't find a home within that 7 days, as we were told, you're gonna have to go to a shelter. The shelter might be crowded, but that's still last bet. The house we're in right now is already sold. It's not a thing like we could ask the landlord, who has already given us another month, which is this month. He was nice and kind enough to give us an extra month because we really had to move in March, but we didn't get anywhere. So he was nice enough to give us another month to find somewhere, and we still haven't found anywhere. It's very hard to know that you don't have any idea right about this time. Anything could happen tomorrow, but right now, where you're going to put your kids. You have 8 kids, and one 17-year-old, and all the others are 13 going down. And there's nothing we could do. We have tried so many ways. and we cannot get no help. As I said, the landlord sold his house already. So there's another person who's supposed to move in. It's not fair for us to stay in a house. What about the other person? What if they have to move? What if they have no choice but to come to their home? This is their home. They bought it. You know? We are given the advice, okay, stay in the house until you find another place because nobody's, the landlord cannot kick you out. But we don't want that situation. We don't want to be in a situation that like that with the landlord. We want to move peacefully in the good relationship that we have with the landlord, and we don't want any problem for the next person who's who owns his house to get there. So I'm just making this video because it has just been a roller coaster ride, and we have met people. We have seen houses and we speak to people about our situation. And we'll tell them we have nowhere to go. And they seem so sympathetic. They were like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's not right that you're going through that. And as a mother like you, I know how you feel. And they give us the impression that they feel us and they want to help us. And then we get optimistic and we feel encouraged and like, okay, we finally get in the place. And then the next day we don't hear from them. And when we finally hear from them hours later, they're like, sorry, we went another direction. I hope you get somewhere. Sorry. Can you imagine feeling somebody's going to help you, knowing that they can help you after you tell them your situation, and then they make it look like they're helping you, they want to help you, but at the end of the day they turn around and tell you no. It's like a stab in the back. Like you make us feel that way, and then you turn around and say, so you'd rather have kids nowhere to stay when you could help and you wouldn't help. Right? So it's just unfortunate for us to be in a situation like this. We know there are families that are in a situation maybe similar to us, or maybe that they cannot pay their rent and because they fall on hard times, or maybe their credit score is low. There's lots of situations where parents just want a roof over their children's head and they're getting such a hard time because people's hearts can be so cold that it's all about the money or the property. And you should be concerned about your property. You took your money, you bought it. But how is the property more important than a child having a shelter over their head? Wouldn't that be a kind thing to do, a godly thing to do? I can't believe that I'm making this video, but I had to. I had to because it is such stress. I'm keeping my faith up and trusting in the Lord that He will come through. But it has been, can you imagine, just keep sending in offer and people just keep saying, no, sorry, too many kids, too many kids. They destroy my home, too many kids. I pray for everybody out there who are trying to put a roof over their head and they're having a difficult time, that God will bless them with a home. I pray God will bless us with a home. I just feel it's so wrong. I feel it's so wrong that it has that people are so mean that they will not help somebody to put a roof over their kids' house. Not and that person is not asking, okay, can I live in your house for free? We're not asking that. We're just asking for somebody to give us a chance to rent their house. And nobody has, it's almost 4 months since we've been trying, and nobody has given us that chance. So I just had to come out there and say that because we don't know what to do. We thought at least the government might find a way to help us because if the realtor can't, we can't, who else can? Yet we can't really find help from them. We just need somewhere to stay. We don't have that money to be living in hotels, you know? But we're gonna keep trusting. It's been hard, it's been difficult, you know, but we're just gonna be trusting in God. Right now that's all we have. It's not we don't have family that could help us like that. I mean, this has been a very difficult time, the years right now. All we wanted was somebody to give us an opportunity, a chance to rent their home. And we haven't given that. It's a sad situation. It is a sad situation. You know, like my kids would be saying, oh, mommy, where are we going to live now? I guess we're going to be separate. One person go here, one person go there, one person go there. You know, I want all my kids to be together. We a family. Some go to the shelter, some go by an aunt because there's no space like that for everyone. We're a big family, we know that. But it's sad to see your kids wondering where they're going to stay. You know, as my husband and I were like, oh, let's just maybe go in a apartment or go in somebody's basement. We don't care if we, whatever we get. But we have 8 kids. And it's sad to know our kids are worrying right now. But the older ones, obviously the little ones who care less, they think it's so much fun. Oh, we're moving. But the older ones are like, where are we going, mommy? Where are we going, daddy? Where are we going to stay? Anyways, I just had that to say to all the people out there, all the landlords out there, all the people that own house and renting and will not give me or other people a chance to put a roof over their heads or the kids' head. Please open up your hearts. Open up your hearts. Kindness goes a long way. You could save somebody's life. Just imagine a mother and a father can't give a roof over their kids' head and how painful that is. What could they resort to? Because no one is giving them that opportunity. You know, if you're not strong, you will do something you never think you'll do because you're like, okay, where are my kids going to go? I have nowhere to put my kids. Now we're going to be on the streets. Please. Don't let your heart be a stone. Oh, let your heart have some feelings inside of it for somebody's situation. Open your heart to somebody. Open to your heart, your door to a family who is in need. Especially if that person is telling you the situation and they're not looking for a way. But sometimes we fall down on hard times and we just need help. we need help sometimes. No, I just had to say that, you know, and I just pray that everybody have a blessed day, you know, and that things will work out for you. Just keep trusting and just have the faith. Thank you for, to everyone for listening. Good night.